Okay, let's do one more. Lauryn Hill. Now, Lauryn Hill, while I had this deck, I figured I would do that reading. For those who don't know, because now when I do celebrity readings, most people really don't give a crap about celebrity readings, but some of you watch them, but you don't know who the people are. And it just so happens we have a picture this time. This is Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill is a singer. She also played in the movie Sister Act 2. She is a wonderful singer. Now, if you listen to the radio, you'll have heard her sing a song called Killing Me Softly. It was a song originally by, oh Lord, was it Loretta something? Oh, I forget. Anyway, so she had a song that she remade called Killing Me Softly. And she put out an album called The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. It was a very, very big album in its time, but this was like a million years ago. And outside of that album, she won all kinds of awards, and people held her as, you know, just the greatest thing because she was just so phenomenal. Her album was so deep, especially for black people, and it was just so good, and it was really good for the times, and, you know, she was just really doing her thing. Now, mind you, she has one album. They just still held her as the best. One album. So, now she did some other albums with a group called the Fugees, but this was not her album by herself. This was a collective effort. Now, she did some concerts. And in those concerts, people paid money to go see her. This one in particular, she never showed up. Another one, she showed up 4 hours late. I don't even understand how a person sits anywhere and waits on anybody for 4 hours. And when she get there, there was no apology. She said, y'all don't understand what goes into this. She said she had to get her energies right. Because she is very big on energy. So her energy had to be right. Her chakras had to be aligned or tuned or oiled or so. I don't know. And so she showed up 4 hours late. She said, if you don't like it, go get your money back. That was her apology. Her non-apology. And so, outside of that, she has sort of become synonymous. Is that the word? No. Synonymous. That's what I was going to get. But she has become famous for now being late to her shows. Like, habitually late now. Because she's doing it all the time. And people are still going to these shows, but I wouldn't dare buy a Lauryn Hill ticket. So, will her career ever resurface? Because, mind you, she owed the IRS. She went to jail, so she was gone for a while, I think, or like a year or so, or something like that. And so, she owed like $1 million to the IRS. So, what I need to know now is, will her career ever hit a peak again? Because people still love her. They held her as the best, even still. One album. So, will it ever recover? The Chariot. This is moving on, moving forward. Sometimes it's victory. Self-discipline. The Nine of Pentacles. This is the self-sufficient woman. Now, I don't know where she got money from. but she ain't been consistently working in a very long time and managed to pay off the IRS. So maybe she's just good with her money. The Ace of Cups. New relationships. New bonds. I think somebody could bring her back to the forefront. But she has to get her self-discipline in order. Three of Cups. Yeah, there's a partnership, celebration. So I feel as though someone in the younger generation, someone like a Nicki Minaj, it can't be too young like a Ariana Grande or somebody like that. It has to be somebody with street cred, but it has to be someone who has the millennial's eye. That kind of like Katy Perry did, and I don't like Katy Perry, but Katy Perry did with Missy Elliott. Katy Perry did the Super Bowl and had Missy Elliott come and join her. Missy Elliott then stole the show because Missy Elliott is, hell, Missy Elliott. So, and for those who don't know, she is a rapper who is also in this deck. But she stole the show. And that's Missy Elliott. She was at the Super Bowl with Katy Perry, stole the show and the whole bit. So I think somebody like that, somebody in the younger generation, but not too young, that has millennials' eye all the same, can bring her back to the forefront. A new person, so this is somebody she does not know, can bring about the celebration. But in order to be the self-sufficient woman, she is going to have to be self-disciplined. This is the Chariot. You cannot be late to your show. 4 hours late is ridiculous. And then to get there and say, yeah, I don't understand what goes into this is unacceptable. The Page of Swords. Sweet Jesus and Joseph. Page of Swords is delayed and disappointing news. And the reason it's disappointing is because you don't have that self-discipline. How did you ever pull off anything? This woman, I'm not exaggerating. They say she's just the best thing ever. Mind you, I like Lauryn Hill. She's got a wonderful voice. But I know, ain't no way in the world I'm going to a show and I'm going to sit there and wait for you for 4 hours. And then you get there and tell me some nonsense about your chakras and your energy. And then, mind you, performed for 45 minutes when she was supposed to perform for an hour and a half. And then she left. Like, what? Okay, that's how we doing it. So, you got the self-discipline. Crossed with the stability. The new person, they bring the new energy, the new love for her. Celebration time. Disappointment. It ends in fighting. The Five of Wands is a card of conflict. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. How can you... I mean, work ethic is one thing. But this is just disrespectful. You fear... That's an odd thing to get. I mean, it's not odd, but for somebody who claims to be so energetic and woke, she fears herself. She fears her inner self, her intuition. I think maybe her crap does need to be aligned because she can't function if it's not. Because the fear in the card in the fear position is the High Priestess. That's a card of intuition. It's a card of secrets, but she doesn't fear secrets. She fears her intuition. That's strange. That's strange. That's strange, and I don't believe that. Maybe she has a fear of failure. Because the High Priestess could also be nature and potential, too. Maybe she fears failure. Judgment. So whatever happened in the past, that's what she's still battling with. And see, what's crazy is her album didn't fail. It didn't fall short at all. People still hold it as one of the greatest albums ever and all this kind of stuff. So, the rebirthing, the Judgment card is about rebirth. Something from the past is what she fears, but something from the past is what she needs. She needs that popularity again. Six of Wands. This is a celebrated person. This is elevation, promotion. Seven of Pentacles is harvest. So, she invested wisely. I think what could happen, okay, so this is what could happen. Look for this. Her self-discipline, her security. The new person comes along as a time of celebration. Lauren's back. Quickly turns to disappointment and fighting. Back where we started. With the Judgment card. Right back where we started. She self-sabotages. That's what she does. She self-sabotages. Then you have the elevated person, and then you have the residuals. So she can still, get a check coming in from the project, just not the partnership. So she can't go on tour with this new person because something fell out, but she got a check coming in. So, oh well. So we just may hear from Lauryn Hill sometime this year. One more card for you. Strength, courage, tenacity, endurance, wisdom. Tame the beast and conquer the fear. That woman can teach you something. Those who have come before, like I remember Betty White talking to a group of young actors. And I think it was the Actor Studio. Actually, she did an interview. And one thing they said, if you could give me one piece of advice on being an actress, what would it be? She said, I can't give you one, but I'll give you two. Always be professional and always be on time.